looking at biz buy sales, and we saw some companies up there. We were going down the list, and one of them jumped out to me. It was a 9 rounds.
Okay.
So 9 rounds is for sale for $119,000. Let's talk about that one.
Okay. 9 rounds. So one, I'll caveat that I have been a 9-round member for some time. I did it for maybe a year and a half, and I love the experience. Absolutely love the experience. But now on this side, if I'm considering owning the 9 rounds, I'm a little hesitant.
Okay.
And here's the reason why. With 9 rounds, it's based on membership, right? And it could be a fad workout.
Yeah.
You have those where it comes up and it's the new workout that everyone's doing, so similar to dieting. And then after a few months, no one wants to do it anymore. Now you become the old brand and you lose all your customers. So 9 rounds, 119,000?
Yeah, 119,000.
119,000. What drives the revenue for 9 rounds would be my first question. And that's how many members does it have?
Okay.
So that would be my question now to the seller. How many members do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an important one to look at because, I mean, when you're looking at the price, I think my personal thing is when it comes down to any business, if you're going to understand it, you got to follow the money. I mean, you want to look at it and say, okay, all right, how does money come into this business and how does money leave this business?
Yes.
I mean, which is understanding the revenue and the expenses.
Exactly.
And I think once you start looking at the revenues for that, I mean, I think a gym within itself, I mean, I think gyms, I'd say gyms have become a little bit more popular, in my opinion, in like the last probably, 8 years or so. I mean, because I remember growing up, you really didn't hear too many people. I mean, people were that, I think growing up is when I think you said the workouts at home, like the Taibo with Billy Blanks or the home aerobics, that stuff, and the home equipment.
Stretching and all that home equipment, yes.
Now that gyms are a hot thing, I think that's a very good point. It's just like, hey, is 9 rounds a fad type of workout? Or is that something that people are going to say, hey, I'm in this for 9 rounds?
Exactly. But then look at the competition as well. You have 9 rounds, you have Orange Theory, you have Title Boxing. So you're not competing against the Gold gyms or the YMCAs. You're competing against the other gyms that are similar in their plan and their workout strategy. So the one thing is that it's a franchise.
Yeah.
So you pay your 119,000, you become the new owner, then you immediately have to review your members. Are they recurring members? Are they arriving?
Yeah.
Or are they members? You maybe have a few that come every day and you have some that forgot they had a membership and those are about to be canceled here pretty soon. So how many of those members are true members that are active? And then first thing you have to do, take off the royalty. Because a lot of the franchises charge you a royalty fee of about 4 to 6% on your income, right off the top. So whatever that membership revenue is, you have to take out your royalties. And then you have to look at, now what do we have to pay? You got to pay rent, you have to pay your employees, and depending on your gym and the number of people coming in, you may have 1 employee, you may have 4 employees. The 9 rounds that I was going to at any given time, there were 5 trainers in there at a time. 5 trainers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That didn't earn tips, that didn't earn anything like that. They were true salaried or hourly workers. Then you have to pay your other expenses, keeping the gym clean, keeping the lights on, keeping all the other music, subscriptions, whatever else you have going on. So there's a lot of ways that money comes in and then money goes out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's an interesting concept. I mean, because when I went to the 9 rounds with you once, one of the things that I kind of, from an operational perspective, what I noticed is the idea is, you have all these stations and the workout is one continuous station. It's not like people can come in and say, hey, I'm gonna do my own thing today. No. It's just like you come in and you do the planned workout. The challenge that you run into, I think, with that is that when you come in, it's constantly rotation. So your employees, which is different from a normal gym, whereas, your employees, they come in, they get people checked in, people go do their own workout. If the employees are working with someone, that person is paying extra for their service. Whereas in a 9 rounds, the employees are constantly working. From the time they come in, they're constantly working, trying to get people rotated through the shifts. And it almost become one of the concerns concerns I have is how tired or how worn out do your employees get working in an environment like that.
And in 9 rounds, your members' experience is based on the energy of the trainers or the employees.
Yes.
If you're paying the members or the trainers to come in and push and push and push, and let's get people, I want people sweating or falling over when they're walking out, then they're gonna be like, I want to go back to that gym because they made me earn it. And that's what's gonna bring people back. That's what the experience the members are looking for. So you're, as an owner of 9 rounds, how much can you guarantee the experience of the membership?
Yeah.
Because it could be good when you buy it, but then if you don't keep it up, now the business that you thought you had starts to decline.
Yeah, because I think that another thing about like when you look at like a CrossFit gym, one of the things that sells a CrossFit gym, and people talk about like the community, where you're doing a group workout similar to a 9 rounds. You come in, you're going to do a group workout, but you're at a CrossFit, you have a relationship with the people that you're working out with. Like when we went to the 9 rounds, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you come in, we stretch for a second. I knew the people that I came with. Once we got into the workout, I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody else. When the workout was over, I'm like, I gotta go. I'm ready to go shower.
Exactly.
And I think that becomes a challenge when you have a gym, because a lot of gyms are moving to that, like trying to make a community so that people enjoy their experience of coming to the gym, not just, hey, get a workout and then just rush out.
Yes, and that's that fad of that I mentioned about 9 rounds and the Orange Theories and those other types of gyms. Is it something that's going to sustain for the long term? Because I think the idea behind it is the gym may not be able to keep you coming back, but your loyalty to your friend or your loyalty to the community of people that you used to working out with, those we're trying to get them to make sure you come back.
Yes.
And if you can't sustain that, or if any one thing changes in scheduling, in work or relationships, you lose not one, maybe 2, maybe the whole community of members. And now you have to go back and find another group to work with or come back in.
Okay, so clearly you can see that we are probably not the best customers to buy a 9 rounds.